So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knobs guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Our guest today, you know him, you love him. He has a hideous shirt on.
The best shirt that you could ever own.
Cream 430. And behind the camera, the one, the only, the mustachioed.
I'll screen Matt.
If you guys made it to Full Fest this weekend, you saw all of us. It's not like Chris is easy to miss.
And some extras.
Matt, John, and I were all rocking our new Two Beerded Guys shirts.
I was going to make fun of the colors, but I realized, oh shit, our new shirt for those colors.
There are some colors in it, yeah.
A little less fluorescent, but yeah, a little more tamed down.
We had a blast. If you didn't make it to Full Fest, make sure you check out any of their upcoming events, especially next time when they do Full Fest again, which they've already said they will be. That is too much fun, and we had an absolute blast making fun of people.
We might have found our thing.
We did.
Yeah.
Did you guys play?
No, we just made fun of
We
people
just
the
made fun
entire
of people.
time.
Side note, they probably had the best trophy I've seen for really any.
Oh, that was a great trophy.
What was that, the belt?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a WWE style belt. I thought
And
you'd
not
see
cheaply
it.
made.
I did. I
No,
did see it.
Oh,
it had some heft to it.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. Nice WWE Championship style belt with the Full Fest logo on it. Savage carried it around the ring for us a few times, make sure everybody saw
What they're playing for?
the beautiful belt. You know, I think she had to tell a couple guys they were playing for the belt, not her, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah.
There's a couple guys there she might have said yes to. It's hard to tell.
Strong possibility.
But it's pretty exciting because we do have a beer because of that event. Hoosier sent us home with some beer, so we're going to try one of theirs tonight. We have a couple different breweries that we're working on getting scheduled because of that event. We have a couple different foaling events that we're going to be scheduling to work. Like, that event really was a lot of fun. And we appreciate all the breweries. When they tell us thank you, it like makes us feel good. It's kind of fun.
Almost fought the DJ.
I did tell the DJ to shove his microphone up his ass. That did happen.
He's abrasive.
That did happen.
The DJ or just Tyler this time?
Tyler.
That did happen.
Well, he was jealous because they got to play
Not me.
music.
Yeah.
And we got to, kind of do the announcements
be the fun
people. And the one guy, like, the guy couldn't give a shit. The guy playing the music, he's like, cool.
He had a shirt on, the guy that was playing the music.
Yeah, he had from Indiana on tap because he does their DJ stuff. And he's cool. I've met him before. He just chilled.
The other guy, I think he felt useless.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to try to cut in on our territory, and Tyler cut a bitch.
Well, I was told to do like Robbie comes up to me and goes, "Hey, I need you to really hype this up for the Brewers." Like, really, and I'm going full WWE style with this belt, just full promo. And this dude randomly just hops on his mic and starts fucking doing shit and has somebody else do shit. So he comes over, I'm like, man, I was in the middle of something. They asked me to do something. I was in the middle of something. He's like, well, yeah, sorry. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck off. And then he started to say something else. I'm like, you can shove your microphone up your fucking ass. Needless to say, he didn't cut into our time anymore after that.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'm abrasive. Everybody knows this.
Escalated quickly.
John and Savage were like, Tyler, it's okay. And I'm like, no, you can shove that microphone up your ass. Savage just like put her head down, like, what the fuck? Right. John just went, that's par for the course.
Yeah. Could you not please speak over me when I'm talking? Could have started right there.
It is one of the first events also that, like, we worked nonstop. I didn't feel bad, but people kept wanting to come up and socialize. I was just like, I don't have time for this. Like, we're fucking working. Like, there's a lot going on.
You getting the hot brown or sweet brown? Shit, ain't nobody got time for that.
Trying to call 4 matches
at a time,
as fast paced as they are. That was a lot.
My favorite's when you'd be in the middle of making fun of someone. Like, Savage and I'd be making fun of someone, and all of a sudden that exact team would smoke the pins. It's like, oh shit, they did something.
Yeah.
But yeah, good time. I'm still mad there was no bonks.
Yeah, not this time. We had some penalties though.
What's the penalties?
We didn't know.
Yeah, they only told us one of them, and it got waved off, so it really didn't matter.
What was the penalty?
They supposedly went across the line and knocked a ball when they weren't supposed to, but actually they were retrieving the ball for the other team, so it's allowed, but they waved off that flag. Anyway, it's time for anticipated beer of our 5 Game of Thrones and our 2 non. Matt, what are you anticipating today?
I'm looking forward to that Omnigong beer.
Which one?
Damn it, he stole mine.
Got to keep up the trend, you know. Just got to steal John's.
The wheat, the dark saison, the Belgian triple, the double, or the sour. If you're going on,
Let's go with the. Actually, no. In all honesty, I'm kind of curious to try this Elder the
Pliny the Elder.
that one. I swear I haven't drank yet today.
The Elder Pliny.
Yeah, just because I don't know that with all the hype that's around that being like the old school IPA, I'm curious to see what that is.
The original.
Yeah,
It's
it's the OG.
the original double IPA. Yeah. Let's go with House Targaryen over there. Whatever that is. Just like the label.
I don't see a House Targaryen label.
The red one.
The red one.
I'm assuming the red one's Targaryen.
It is.
Okay, it's Morgullis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were a
Morgullis.
nerd, John.
I saw red. I can't read.
It's the double.
It's the head, yeah.
All right.
Sir?
Elder Piney the.
Elder the Pliny. Honestly, I'm going to go with the Dark Saison, the Three-Eyed Raven.
Yes.
Excited for that one.
So the one with the yellow, the Seven Kingdoms, that's going to be
The Queen of the Seven Kingdoms Sour down there, or this one?
Sorry, this one right here.
These
That's
actual
going to
Seven
be your
Kingdoms,
oldest one. So each one of these is at least. You got to think the season finale was
5-6 years ago
No.
at this point.
Probably
3-4 years ago? I don't know. Fuck, I don't know.
he'll go, but like these were years before that. So the season where they did the faces, that's that one. That's season 6, I do believe. And then what is that one? The Three-Eyed Raven. That's when Bran gets his Three-Eyed Raven, and so
Wow,
on and
that's
so
when
forth.
he-
It aired 2017.
2017.
5 years ago.
So
All right,
5 years
here's
ago.
some old
So
beers.
some of these beers are probably 7-8 years.
Oh, yeah,
old,
no, we're a
9
little
years
nervous.
old.
It's fine.
Hey, they all turned out really great the last time we did them, though.
Yeah, which is why I'm even more nervous this time. Got anything for us before I move on to this beer, Matt?
Yeah, Russell Owens is on, says, drinking a West Coast IPA in your honor, brewed in Des Moines.
Yeah.
Brewed in Des Moines.
And Kevin Atwell's on, says, hey, guys, what's going on, Kevin?
Buddy.
Kevin! All right. We're starting with this one because I didn't want, in case any of these are real bad, I didn't want to wreck our palates before we
Very smart of
got
you.
to Pliny.
Yeah, I'm real interested to see what you guys think.
All right, so our first beer is Pliny the Elder from Russian River Brewing Company, the OG of double IPAs.
So, John, you got this when you were out gallivanting
Yep.
about, right?
Yep, I did. I was in Santa Rosa, California, and the surrounding area, and I was just
I
like,
can't reach it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Right?
there is one brewery I have to go to. I know this is a wine trip, but I had to go to Russian River, which is funny because they actually started as part of Corbel, the champagne place
Oh, really?
in that area, and then they spun off about 20 years ago.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Now, did you try this when you were there?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm not, Reem, I guess you probably
got a little
haven't had,
screwed up,
and Tyler, have you ever had this?
I am not.
So, John, you're the only one
I'm
to
the
have
only
had.
one who
walking
has
into
had
this?
this one.
And
So
I've been wanting to taste this since I started drinking.
Same.
their most popular is
2009 is when I learned about this beer, and I wanted to find it, but I could never find it.
their most popular is Younger the Pliny. If I'm going that direction there.
Sure.
So, respect your elder. Keep cold, drink fresh, do not age. Pliny the Elder is a historical figure. Don't make this beer inside the bottle one. And it also says, if you must sit on eggs, not on Pliny. Do not save for a rainy day. Pliny is for savoring, not for saving. Consume Pliny fresh or not at all. This is an 8% ABV.
So Pliny the Younger is only released in February, and it's a triple.
Yep.
Now, this is kind of a regular stay beer that they've got, or is this
This
also...
is, of course, this is a solid year-round beer.
Okay.
A core. I mean, nice nose.
I'm not mad at it.
Delicious.
Pretty much what I expected.
Yeah. I mean, it's the traditional West Coast IPA.
A beer that actually matches the height, though. That's
Yeah.
the big thing. A beer that matches the height. Matt's over there going, why the fuck did I get some?
No, this is actually really good, but it's... I don't know, whenever I hear the West Coast, I get... Like, when Reem was balls deep into the hop head shit, and he was getting these crazy dank ass, like, I'm chewing on a joint, drinking a beer kind of things. It gave me PTSD. Like, that's what I thought all
this
West
is
Coast was supposed to be
relatively
like.
dank, though.
Yeah.
It
This
is.
is pretty drinkable. Like,
It was very drinkable.
I think
That's the
palate
difference in
changed.
your palate, though.
Yeah.
We have forced so many IPAs down you now that, like, you're just like, oh no, I actually enjoy this flavor, which is how you end up liking IPAs most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I started
You
with
gotta put in the work.
IPAs, but I started with IPAs, started with Hop Slam, but that's like one of the first craft
a
beers
lot.
I ever had.
It's even a little lighter for a double IPA.
It is
Yeah.
not as sweet,
Oh, yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm happy
Very
about.
drinkable.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing with this is, without knowing it, you've had this beer over and over because it's copycatted over and
Oh, for
over
sure.
and over. But it's nice to see and have the original because you're like, okay, there is a reason why everybody copies that.
Yeah.
Very bright, very fresh,
Mm-hmm.
nice hop forward. Without it, you're not chewing on grass, but there's a nice dank body
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
Yep.
fantastic nose.
Yeah, the nose is awesome. Unfortunately, I'm a little congested today, so I had to to even.
Really get in there. 2 nostrils deep.
I had to 2 nostril deep it, but
Yeah, the bitter and the hoppiness is it's not overwhelming, but it's there, especially for a double IPA at 8%.
yeah,
Yes.
not sweet like some doubles can get.
Yeah, it's not that pillowy mouthfeel.
No, this is a light, crisp, sharp, just beautiful beer.
Yeah.
Good looking beer. Beautiful beer.
Beautiful beer.
And we didn't even talk about the color, but that is a beautiful gold. Like
Yeah, you don't see,
that is a beautiful
You
gold.
don't even see IPAs made, just regular IPAs made.
That
with
clear,
color, yeah.
that. By the way, it is National Pickle Day, so I had to break out my best made pickles,
Love it.
Martin House glass.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also, Kerry just jumped on. What's up, sir?
up,
He
Kerry?
says, made it home in time for the show tonight. We brought some good beer back for our next trip on the show.
Dude, we're excited.
And that's like all caps on the good, hence the
He brought back a barley
inflection.
wine. He brought back a barley wine.
Hells yes.
Yeah.
Well, Bunny and I we're planning their next appearance on the show. It's going to be quite fun.
We got to have him on the show before Easter then.
Yeah, that's true.
Mostly because I want that barley wine. I mean, and because I want to see Carrie and Bunny. Yeah, it's not just for the barley wine. Shit. Just a reminder to everyone and to Reem, because he's had a few beers since last time. We score on the untapped quarter increments, so it could be, 3 1/4, 3.5, 3.75, whatever. 3 is a perfectly average beer. Above that, above average. Shocker. 4 is seek out. Meaning, for instance, if we really like this beer, I'm going to find a way to get that shit back from California again. That's above a 4. 4, 7, 5, and 5, not only am I seeking it out, now it's like, that's hit me where I really like beer to hit me. That's my favorite beers. Under 3, below average, but 2 to 3 still very, very drinkable. A lot of times it might just be missing something here or there.
Something that was on the can didn't make it in the beer.
But still very drinkable.
Yeah.
A lot of core beers can be in that range. Under 2, all right, I've paid for it. It was given to me. I'm still going to drink it. Under 1, that's drain pour. Now, we've never drain poured on this show, but there's been a few times we really wanted to, and there's at least one time tonight I'm a little scared about. That one. Right here. That one.
It's probably about a decade old.
I literally read the fact that it said wheat, and I literally went, I like a decade-old wheat beer. Oh, that sounds terrifying. Legitimately, you can ask John. That was my first thoughts when reading the beers.
You gotta love theme nights.
They should have the dates on them, right? For when
We'll
they get
look in a
released.
minute. We'll look in a minute. Don't worry.
No, I'll be curious to see.
But yeah, so that's where we're sitting on your scoring. We take the average of the 3 people on camera. We do try to remember to ask Matt his scores, but he does not count. He still matters. He just doesn't count.
Yeah.
John, kick us off.
I'm gonna struggle a little bit scoring this, and because I love it, and yet I don't want to get yelled at.
Why would you get yelled at?
Either direction. Yeah. Why would I get yelled at, Tyler? Tell me why.
I got sleep last
Tell me
night.
why.
You're probably safe tonight. Let's be honest. I came in a great fucking mood. I slept 10 hours. All the way through the night. For those of you that know me, knows that doesn't fucking happen.
When you are the defining example of a style, and when I drink it, I'm like, this is fucking delicious. It's
Use your words.
got to be what? Do I go with a 5? I'll go 4.75.
What the?
4.75. I think it's amazing, fantastic. I wouldn't put it in the top 5 or 10 of my favorite beers. However, it is probably my favorite IPA.
It was extremely tasty. I ain't mad at it. Ring.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there. I mean, it's a fantastic beer. It lived up to the hype. I mean, you got to think about it. I've been looking for it since 2009.
Almost as old as that beer.
The wheat, not the planting. We drink this fresh.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, it's fresh. It's delicious. It's everything you want it to be. And I'm getting distracted by
Got some good
Snapchat.
No,
Can I get some
there's
boobs?
no boobs.
Yet.
So yeah, 5. I'll give it a 5. Why not? It's everything you want in IPA that you drink, and you're like, I wish it could be this. And if you've ever tasted it, you would go back to that.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
You'd be like, it's missing this. I wish it was like this. I wish the color, the hops, or the bitterness, or the
It is the prime example of that, of a double IPA.
So you give it a 5, he said?
yeah.
I'm going to go 4.75. It's not quite actually my favorite IPA I've ever had.
Zombie Dust is.
No.
Only out of a can.
Only Zombie Dust out of a can did skyrocket. It went from much lower to much higher because of that. But
Zombie
no,
dust? Zombie dust.
this...
Yeah.
Gumball.
That, oh my god, you could make a meme out of that. Yeah. But no, that is fucking phenomenal. And I don't know why I'm not giving it a 5 necessarily. It's just not quite there. Oh, it is. It's there.
It is.
It's
I
just-
probably underscored it.
You know what? I talked myself into it. It's a 5.
5.
Like, as I'm talking...
I almost reserve the right to change my score.
As I'm talking, I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah,
This is literally what I base beer on. Like, it's a 5 average.
Yeah. We're going 5 all the way
It's
around.
literally the base
My
of every IPA.
My favorite part is, as I'm talking,
You were the prime example.
I'm trying to explain why it's not, and I'm like, everything I'm saying is just telling me to say 5. Like, what the fuck am I doing? It is a 5. That was
5.
phenomenal. Like, I even described it as phenomenal while saying it's a 4.75. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Matt, what would you score it? As the recently converted IPA drinker.
As the resident non-IPA biggest
recently
fan like you
converted
guys.
IPA drinker.
Positive spin.
Yeah, no, it is damn delicious. Not being an IPA guy, that's one I would drink. That does taste good. I think that I understand why that's what everything else is based off of.
Want to get the last drop out?
Just not as big a fan of the style, so it's not as high for me. I'm going a 4.25. It deserves higher, but that's my personal bias on it.
Which is fine. It's also a fake bias anymore. Because I have watched you drink multiple IPAs lately and be like, okay. I think now he's just trying to tamper the scores to pretend he's not starting to like them.
No, I admit that I'm getting to like those, just the right ones.
And we can edit that out because yours doesn't count.
yeah, I'm not on the books anywhere.
It's
Now-
alright, John and I both talked ourselves into 5
Yeah.
while sitting here. So.
Now, I do have a question, though. All right, so this being the original, the OG, what everything's measured up to, can the original be surpassed by other
it
ones?
still is not my favorite IPA I've ever drank, but it's still a 5.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, not necessarily even just the beer, just the styles, because there's other beers that,
I think-
like the first sour, is that the best sour?
So the first sour doesn't necessarily mean it's the best example of it.
sour.
Okay, all right, touche.
All right, so not only is it one of the first West Coast double IPAs, but it is literally
What things are measured towards.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I was kind of like maybe an interesting little.
The student
Well,
can't
little
overcome the
dialogue
master.
there.
I think it's the overall of everything of that beer that it encompasses that you grade a beer on. But yeah, could there somebody that does an IPA that has like a little bit more hoppiness that you
Just a
would
little
like?
twist or something. Like,
You know, the color's a little bit darker, like you get a little bit more.
A little more maltiness,
Yeah, or hoppiness or bitterness
whatever,
or whatever.
your personal
Yeah.
preference is.
So yeah, you could do that, but you're literally
it's still going to be measured.
You're
off of
starting with that.
Like, and that's the thing
That's
about-
kind of my question. I think
that's
there's
the
like
thing
a
about that
conversation
beer.
with that.
Even if it gets graded higher, say someone else comes out and makes one that gets graded higher, you want to know what they would have been comparing it to? That one. Like, so like, that's the thing is, even if it does surpass the master, the student passes the teacher, like, that's one of those where it's like, you're still being graded against the teacher.
And never having had it, but you know, from what you hear about it, like Pliny the Younger probably does surpass the Elder,
Yeah.
but it's a triple IPA, a little bit more ABV, but it's going to be
I do like that.
same notes.
Shocker.
That one might be a 4.5.
Only
I
we
know
can
you
get
should
to
have got
Santa
that one,
Rosa
John.
in February. It's the only time you can get it.
Really?
Yep.
That's wild.
We might be getting some this year, by the way. Pup Dog's taking care of me.
Is he going to be?
He
That's
has
super difficult.
he has a friend who gets it every year and sends him some. and he is going to get an extra one for us.
Oh.
The best nickname in craft brew.
Pup Dog's also going to take care of us with some treehouse stuff that's hard to get. Okay.
And I think craft beer missed a stage of like perfecting styles of basic styles, where it went to like all of these different type of flavors and all of these different type of beers.
Because I think we were in the middle of that stage when it stopped.
Yeah.
Where we were hitting that, hey, we're trying to perfect, and then it went, oh wait, people like
That's
this
too
shit.
hard.
Yeah. let's just throw a bunch of shit in here.
Yeah.
It's easier. The beer, you don't have to make a good beer to make it taste
Yeah.
good if you're throwing a bunch of shit in it. Like the base beer can be garbage if you cover it up.
True.
That's why lagers and pilsners are how I judge breweries most of the time, because there's nothing to fucking
Yeah,
hide
yeah.
behind.
Dude, the last decade, just the boom. Like everybody's doing something different or has something different or has the cool name or a cool label.
You mean, for instance, our next beer, the Fruit Fusion, the Serpent Green Apple Soft Serve. It is supposed to taste like a green apple
apple
caramel
soft
green
serve?
apple sucker.
Yeah,
Is it soft serve?
Yeah, it has soft serve ice cream in it.
All right.
cool.
And a Hop Lord did that, and that
Oh,
shit
God,
turned out
that's
really
gonna
good.
be-
So we have speaking of, Steph just jumped on.
What
So
up?
we got a measurement of like, hey, here's an established soft serve beer. Let's compare this to that.
This is a fruited sour ale from Hoosier Brewing Company.
Oh,
Who had the pineapple whip on Saturday?
Pineapple Whip. It was all from basically everything we drank at the table that was fruity
right.
was Hoosier.
Those guys have really cool brewery.
Wasn't bad.
And they have like a really cool
This can is really full.
axe throwing place.
Oh, this color.
They have some really good pizza. Like they're I
The
mean,
pizza was tasty.
Sounds like you're saying they got a lot of things going for them, but not beer, Reem. Is that, am I reading between the lines here?
We had a couple solid beers this past Saturday.
If you're down on the south side of Indy, you need someplace cool to go. That's a cool place.
Great
to go.
date night place. You can get beer,
yeah.
food,
Yeah,
axe
they
throwing.
got pizza. They got axe throwing, cool little atmosphere, and they have some refreshments.
Again, this was given to us by Hoosier this weekend. Asked us to do on the show today. If you give me free beer, we will judge it. But we're also going to judge it fairly.
It sounds like we're hating on them, and that key lime pie. I like the key lime pie one that a lot of people hated it.
Yeah, there
What?
was-
The pie face key line? That thing
Oh,
was...
him and I both loved it.
I love.
Dude, you puckered
I
at
love-
both ends with that.
Yeah,
And it was
I know.
perfect. So we were talking to him. Matt and I were this weekend. Kyle said that it didn't come out green enough, so they added a shit ton of food coloring.
They did.
So that's what brought out more green. There is the soft serve, so that's why you get that little bit of weird top on the head there. But yeah, from everything we heard, it tastes like a caramel apple sucker.
So yeah, they had a pumpkin
does.
pie in my face. I think that's what it was called. Like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like I
It
think
pretty
their
much is a caramel apple sucker.
original one. And I mean, it had some good notes. This was like it missed a couple things.
It really is a caramel apple sucker.
I gotta be
I
honest.
could use a little more caramel.
Yeah.
A
It's there.
A little more caramel could go a little bit more, but I think when they put probably the soft serve in there, it might have swallowed up a little bit of caramel, maybe.
No, that would help with the creamy
It's like
sweetness.
a
Okay.
green, it should be called Serpent Green Jolly Rancher.
The caramels there just might need to be a little heavier, but the thing is, my favorite versions of caramel apple suckers are the ones that have less caramel. I'm not a sweet guy.
We can tell.
So having less sweet...
I think they're all kind of the same.
Oh,
I got
no.
a bag of them at home.
Oh, no, everyone has a different amount of caramel on them.
Second sip, I got a little more caramel.
Every one of those suckers has a
big
different
gulp.
amount of caramel.
Do the Pickaboozy big gulp.
So for me, I kind of have to agree with Chris Stream. Like I've been pretty hit or miss on Hoosier for most of the stuff, but the stuff that we had at Foaling Fest, I tried quite a reasonable amount of their offerings, and I was impressed with about all of them. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if something
Savage-
changed between like a prior
Oh,
four
yeah.
now, or maybe I changed, but
You, Savage, and Cameron kept bringing more back to sample, and then their beer rep kept bringing us more to sample. At one point in time, I had like 5 different samples of Hoosier beer in front of me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then like 2 Black Dogs, and I'm like,
A, you want to make
Jesus.
sure that we had enough to share, and B, I was surprised pleasantly, so I wanted you to like, dude, try this.
oh yeah, no, I just would go. It was funny because John and I kept noticing we'd either run out of beer completely at the table, or we would have all the beer at the table.
Yeah.
This is not a 4 for me. The balance isn't quite there. I think that could use a little more sweetness, a little more of that caramel. I do get the caramel. even though I'm not the sweet guy, I wouldn't mind just a hair more.
Yeah.
To give it a little more balance. Give me more of that true sucker flavor. But other than that, the color's fun. I don't like green beers or blue beers or purple beers typically that often just because why? But it is fun. It's unique. It's definitely a beer that if I'm at a bar and I see a tray full of these go by, I'm probably ordering one.
It's eye catching. It's gonna be one of those beers. When we worked for former place, you talked about, hey, that Instagram type beer, that beer that pops out and stands out, and
450.
kind of what that is. They're not working 450.
No.
But
that's where Jason got the idea. But
I mean, yeah, that's what these are. Right? They're not perfected 450 beers.
Honestly, I think that's better than almost any 450 I've ever had.
Yeah, so.
there is, I could sit and nitpick things with this beer, but I wouldn't be nitpicking this beer. I'd be nitpicking this style.
Yeah. It's not our style, but I'll tell you what, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I think it's super drinkable. I think it is tasty. I would, if I was there, I would order it again.
Yeah, I would.
Depends on what's on the board.
So I would get this beer. So if they sold 4-packs with all these crazy beers that they do, like the pie in the face, they're always like one step off. It's like you're right there, but you took, a slight right or a slight left. Like there's something that's always just a little bit missing, but this is a great party beer. Like, for example, right now, hey, let's just pour this up and taste it and see what we got.
Can you imagine if you had a 4-pack of those on Halloween and you sampled them out for everybody? People would be fucking ecstatic. Yeah. A neon green caramel apple beer on Halloween.
They have orange ones and red ones, and
how much fun would that fucking be?
Some as big as your head.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I think. These beers are not meant to drink a pint of. It would be almost physically impossible.
You score first.
3. I mean, it's just I love all the aspects of it. I love that it's trying to be a caramel apple. I love that it's green in color. I love that it's a fun beer. We're having a great time sharing this beer. I love everything about that. But to sit and drink a pint of it, I could not.
I'm gonna give.
Not that it's.
I'm gonna give it a slightly better score. I actually enjoyed this one. This is not a style I typically enjoy. This is a style I make fun of on a regular basis in the show. Whether it's 450, whether it's Hoosier, whether it's some others. Drecker I love. I still make fun of the style because I'm tired of the fucking style. Yeah. But I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think they made a very good beer. A little more caramel would help, but it's still just not my style. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it above average because I think that one is above average.
Going back to if we had a 4-pack, like a variety 4-pack of these fruited sour beers, I wouldn't necessarily want to try all of them. But if this is in it, I'd be like, that's a safe one. I'm going to grab that one. I'm going to drink that one. It's 3.5.
Like when he grabbed the old style out of the random $2 Are You Sure?
Yep.
4 beers.
I grabbed the old style.
He grabbed the first beer and he took the old style. You son of a bitch.
I got the Genesee.
I got the safe
solid.
one.
The Genesee was pretty solid, to be honest.
Yeah, the was it Lifehouse? What happened? No, that's
Ice House.
Ice House. Yeah, that was not great. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but
Savage
great
got the
it was
beast.
far from.
Still reserved.
Savage got the Milwaukee's best.
Oh. So yeah, that would be a safe beer out of a variety 4-pack of beers I hadn't really had before.
Ends up 3.5 average. Very solid beer. Just it was pleasantly surprising. I want a little more caramel. I think a little extra caramel may even get him above average. Gets us into that more 3.75 range. Mm-hmm. But overall, I'll tell you what, I now see why they wanted us to try this one because that's a very good beer and fun to see on camera.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Good job, Hoosier.
Appreciate you guys. It was a hell of a lot of fun hanging out with you guys Saturday.
Too bad you suck at foaling.
Oh God, that was bad. I mean, they won their first round though.
They did.
Shockingly, they were losing real bad for a minute.
Before you guys get on, we got Cosmos Carlos!
Cosmos!
He says, hello there. And then he's like, nope, hello there.
He's from Panama.
That's awesome.
And then he says, Pliny Elder? I get that right? That's what he hasn't typed. Is that the right
Pliny
way?
the Elder.
Pliny the Elder, he's like, is... I don't know if he's playing the ring game or saying, like, okay.
I think he's saying it's A-okay.
That's not
A-okay.
Matt. I don't know if he's playing the ring game or what.
Can he get Pliny the Elder down there, or have you been
No,
up here?
we've
Where
already
did
been
you,
up here to get it.
yeah,
though.
where'd you get that at, Cosmos?
Or he
I'm
just
curious.
has a mule, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big bottle.
It's legal to take across the street.
Oh.
Jesus, they don't have to put it in their prison
You can
wallet.
just take it right across the street.
He's over here like thinking they have to shove it up the prison wallet. God damn.
Hey, you say you mule? That's how you mule, right?
No.
Technically.
I mean, yes, but not always.
That's why we didn't allow him on the microphone, right? God damn it.
Oh my God. Matt over here.
That's
That's a big bottle. Speaking of big bottles, it is time to start the Game of Thrones section. These are very large bottles. That's why we're only sampling 7 beers tonight instead of 8. Because, you know, that extra 15 ounces or so.
Well, it depends, too. Like, if these are all funked out and terrible, we might be going through this a lot quicker.
Yeah, maybe not pour the entire bottle first.
Take the
Leave
spider
some
web
in the
on.
bottle. Yeah,
Spider
spider web off there. Look for a date.
Oh, God. All right, so before I find the date, this is the Game of Thrones 7 Kingdoms Hoppy Wheat Ale, 6.9%. Pour slowly so as not to disturb the yeast sediment. Bro, we're screwed. It's fine. Of Westeros, 7 kingdoms, 6 were conquered and 1, indomitable, was brought in not by war but by the sacred blood ties of marriage. This traditional, Jesus, I wish that wasn't gold, Belgian-style wheat ale is happily wed to citrusy herbal American hops, yielding wheaty maltiness and moderate bitterness, with alluring fruit aromas and full hop flavor. Okay. All right, so date. I am not finding a date.
2016.
I am not finding a date on the bottle.
Their website says that was put into distribution in March 2016.
Okay, so
Okay.
Well, that's closer to the end than the beginning.
I think the Queen one, the one at the, I think that's an old one.
No, the Queen one, that was like the last season or next to last season. I remember when that one came out because that had like 3 or 4 different variants
maybe we
of...
drank the
3 or 4 different ones that had that similar label.
original ones on the.
Ooh, look. It actually has the Three-Eyed Raven Dark Saison is spring 2015. Valor Morghulis is fall 2014.
Oh shit, we're getting old there. What
The
about
first one
Valor
was released in spring
Daenerys?
2013, so none of them are older than 2013.
Which one's 13?
We don't.
Does
have
it
that
say?
Oh, we probably already drank it.
Morghulis is 2014,
Okay.
so
one. So I've
8
bought
years old.
2 of each of these, and I've already drank one.
Well, what was funny is the first time we had these, you mentioned not liking most of them.
Yeah, because we drank
And then we
one
had the
bottle all
round of them
fresh.
last time, and
it went
it
way
was
better.
pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think most of them got a 4 or above.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is going to be small samples to start. If it's not soured, we'll pour more.
speaking of Game of Thrones and the Full Fest, Eric Workman, who got to enjoy his birthday at Foaling, says the Iron Throne was the first beer.
Yeah.
It was a blonde ale, he believes.
Actually, pass them back. They can be poured.
God damn it.
Shockingly.
Dude, I'm really like looking forward to this second half of this because of how
I still
good
won't pour
all
the
the
full
old
bottle
ones
for
turned
now.
out on the last one.
I am excited to try them. I mean,
We still have
you
some
don't
left.
know what you're going to get.
We'll do like we did last time. We're at the break.
Okay.
If we want to drink
Really,
more of a
Forrest
bottle,
Gump?
we can. But it didn't need to be the small pour.
So we can also talk a little bit about House of Dragons, but obviously maybe not spoil much. But
Yeah.
the season's ended. Of
All
course.
the dragons are dead. They died right away.
Well,
it's a really poor
We
version.
already know that because Game of Thrones has happened.
No, I'm talking they're all dead now.
Well, they are, except for the ones that Daenerys Targaryen have.
No, they're all dead.
No, she got the dragon took her.
He said
away.
it's
I
House
know.
of Dragon.
Yeah, well, they are technically at the end of.
Not in the house. Never mind. Jesus fucking Christ.
Is this just one season for the prequel, or is there
Yeah,
multiple
so
seasons
there's
set
going to be
up?
probably 5 seasons of House
Oh
of Dragon.
shit!
There's also a Jon Snow show.
That is so much Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but we already know what happens and all.
Right.
That, so.
And there's a book out that it's based off of.
And the one girl in Game of Thrones recites the whole story. She had the scales on her face. She didn't make it, but when she was in
Stannis' daughter.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
yeah, Stannis' daughter, she recites the whole House of Dragons, kind of what she read or whatever. So you kind of know what.
Well, yeah, she
everything
grew
has.
up on Dragonstone, so should be well versed in the history there.
Yep. So yeah,
Even at that house, that dragon son was stolen from the Targaryens.
yeah. So
no
he,
Targaryens left by that time.
but also the egg, the egg. He grabbed an egg in the season at one point. Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah, he gave that egg back though.
Did he?
I
Yeah,
don't remember that.
yeah, he gave it back because when she flew down there and was pissed off that he stole the egg, he gave it back.
And that was at the beginning. He does it again towards the end.
I have to believe that they.
Oh, towards the end, he wasn't trying to steal the egg. He was down there. Oh, he did steal it from the wild dragon. He stole that egg from the wild dragon.
Yeah.
That big ass motherfucking wild dragon.
Yeah,
Holy
big
shit.
one,
Was it wild or free range?
It was
Wild.
free range.
They have 2 wild dragons that live around Dragonstone
Yeah.
Okay.
that are riderless
So, yeah, we'll
and
see
have always
what,
been.
We'll see what that turns into.
Very cool, very cool.
Favorite character.
I mean, I would say Damien. Damien and a surprise favorite character that probably most people wouldn't pick is Viserys. The
Viserys
king.
was pretty cool,
The
especially
king.
especially the first 5 episodes before he fell apart literally.
But even with that, like, shout out Patty Considine for
Yeah,
playing in that
yeah,
role,
yeah,
even
that
especially
was
the last couple
Oh, yeah.
episodes where he's
the
falling
last
apart.
couple episodes was fantastic acting on his part.
For me, it's either Daemon. I mean, he's fucking phenomenal, or the first few episodes of Princess Rhaenyra. That actress was phenomenal in that
she
role.
was really good.
Like, that was acted perfectly.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the older Rhaenyra she's very good.
Yeah.
I don't like her acting as
Dude,
well.
she's a badass. The way she has
Oh, she
kids.
is.
She's just fucking popping those motherfuckers out. left and right.
She was. Almost every
She'd
episode.
fucking
she's
pop
fucking
one out,
pregnant.
walked up to the queen, was like, "Here, I got a fucking kid. Here it is."
That was kind of badass.
And then she pulls the one out, like on her own, and it's not living.
And I can't argue with any of the choices, but low key, she didn't have enough time. But the Valerian that Daemon married, and then she had the miscarriage across the seas,
Yeah.
and then instead of dying,
She came back
she
and
came back and said
started ruling.
Dracarys,
Yeah,
and had her.
Oh, yeah, she was badass.
she was badass.
yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
girl
the-
straight up said, "You know what? I'm done with this shit."
Yep.
The aunt.
It would have been the Valerian. It was the one he was married to.
Yep.
All right, well, while you guys are marinating on that, Eric says The World of Ice and Fire is the book with the history of the Targaryens. That helps you place those out if you're looking for that, John.
I've read it.
Brett says,
John's read them all.
"What's up, you group of amazing gentlemen?" Oh, and hi, Tyler.
There it is.
And Carlos has got a slew of things. He says, Pliny the Elder is amazing. Hops, Amarillo, Centennial. Don't remember the last one.
But delicious.
And then I don't know if this is relating to the show conversation or if you remembered it, but he says Vermithor. Or Vermithor? Vermithor?
Oh, that's the dragon's name.
Dragon's name?
I don't remember.
It's one of the dragons. I just don't remember which one he's talking about. Might be the wild one, actually.
You're saying not wild. That was Jerry's?
Jerry's dragon.
Jaehery?
I can't keep track of who writes
Jahiri?
it.
Jaharis.
Well, clearly, obviously that's how you say that. Just to make sure you guys knew.
Vermithor is a dragon. Okay.
And he says, yeah, all the dragons died. The king Aegon III was called the Dragon Poison. That's a pretty boss name.
He seems like a little bitch.
No, Aegon III would be Rhaenyra's son.
No, that's the one that took the throne right now.
No, Aegon's not on the throne. His brother's on the throne.
Aegon. His name's Aegon.
No, Aegon is the second.
Well, this is Aegon
Aemon's
III.
the second.
Who's the one that...
Aemon's eye patch.
Yeah.
Aemon? Alright, so it is Aegon's on the throne.
Yeah.
Because that's how he
right.
got confused because he
The
thought he was
damn
talking
names.
to
Yeah, 'cause he was
Rhaenyra
talking
on his
about that,
deathbed.
The
And
damn names.
Yeah. they're
Anyway,
all-
back to
Yeah,
beer.
And
So
they're
for
all like banging each other's nieces and brothers and
yeah.
cousins. Like,
So for
You gotta
being
keep it in the family, bro.
yeah, it's like,
for
what's
being
up,
a wheat
niece?
beer and for being as old as this is, I am thoroughly impressed with how much flavor is still
Uncle
there. It has a
Damon.
very nice spiciness. I don't like wheat beers, but it does have a nice spiciness still to it.
Yeah, Cosmos confirms Rhaenyra's son. And Brett says Tyler, he's clarifying, is an awesome gentleman.
Lying sack of shit.
Just not amazing.
It's
You
pretty-
know?
Hey, this is. It's like it turned into like a good locker.
yeah, I mean,
A what?
A good
A
lager.
good lager.
Kind of.
Like it's like
I don't hate that review.
It's not crisp, but it's not fresh. So
it's like a good, like, if I was like, oh, this is like, I wanted like a Coors Light, but I'd reach for this instead because it's more flavorful. I don't know, does that make sense?
God damn it does.
It hurts when he has a point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more spicy than a lager would be, but
But it's mellowed out too.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh,
for
once
sure.
again, it's 6 years old. It should have mellowed out.
if it hadn't, that'd be an issue.
Yeah, so I'm
It's not sour.
Oh, we never did put it on camera.
Oh shit! Sorry, we got caught up in all the.
Well, it
The
also
talk of-
isn't empty,
of
so like
Middle
I'm
Earth.
not
of incest.
so much incest.
Yeah.
Why do you think the Targaryens all died?
I don't think they didn't like each other.
Targaryen is what is it? A Targaryen is born and a coin is flipped.
Yeah.
I forget
Yeah,
what that saying goes.
yeah, because they're either crazy or they're not. Yeah.
I'm sure Eric can confirm.
But yeah, so with this beer, we didn't really talk much about it. We got really distracted. Shocker.
We're not though. We're on. It's a
we're
theme night. It's a House of Dragons night.
But it's
Drinking Game of Thrones.
it
beer.
wasn't the Coors Light reference. The nicer lager reference was kind of not that far off at this point, which I find hilarious.
Yeah.
Nah.
That was kind of funny.
I'm having trouble scoring it. That's why I'm trying to like stall a little bit. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 2.75. I think the spice still held up, but the overall wheat beer flavor is no longer really there. It did become basically fancy Coors Light. So I'm gonna go a little below average with a 2.75.
It is what it is. Like we're rating this
6 years.
this
later.
beer, this bottle. I'm sure it used to be crisp and fresh and clean, and it's still clean. It's just it's 2.5 for me. That's what it is.
I'd give it a 3. I'd drink it again.
It's an above average lager, but a below average wheat beer.
Yeah.
What'd you give it, John?
2.5.
So it averages out to 3. John.
2.75 average.
Yeah, that's,
It's a 2.75 average. Matt, what would you give it?
this is gonna be.
I kind of hate to agree with Chris Ream, but I'm gonna give it 3. I mean, it's not a bad drinking beer, and for as old as it is and how relatively okay it's held up, like I'm kind of impressed.
I mean, it's old enough to be from Dragonstone.
You guys are ridiculous. We should have spaced these out. Just, every time Reed was on, just had one instead of let's do another theme night.
Y'all,
I mean, they really don't make themed beers, right? I mean, who? I mean, you get the ones that are kind of like these could
Play
be
on
Ninja
something,
Turtles, but
yeah.
not Ninja Turtles. Like,
It's hard to get the licensing. You got to be somebody like Amagang to do it.
yeah, they had the license, so they could do the official theme. And
And Amagang's one of the few that's big enough craft brewery wise to like
distribute it
actually
all out.
and pay for the licensing.
I've never heard of them until these beers, though.
Really?
And I don't really
Oh,
feel like I
Amagang's
see
been
them much
around
aside
for a
from that.
while.
Yeah,
I believe
but,
it.
The liquor store over by the old Books and Brews, the OG, that liquor store carries a shit ton of Amagang.
Yep.
Yeah.
In their singles section, a shit ton.
And then these are back when all like
You can buy these at Myers for $10 a
bombers.
piece.
Only the really good beer came in bombers. You remember like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Three Floyds, you couldn't get their good
So-
beer unless it was in a bomber.
I was mad when that first changed. I'm so happy
Then we did
it's
the math,
now.
yeah.
A, the math is better. You get more beer for less money in the long run if you do the 4-pack of cans.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I used to have a bunch of bombers. Like,
I used to have a shit ton of bombers that I never drank, and they all went bad because I didn't want to drink a full fucking bomber.
yeah.
Yeah.
Russell says
Every time I open it, I'm watching the beer level because if it starts to go, I'm going.
Russell says Ream said I'd drink that again like a young infantry guy after his first night in Bangkok.
All right, let's see what
Well
kind
played,
of pour
sir.
this one's gonna be.
That's hilarious.
pour more.
The drinkability is there.
I mean, I think if nothing else, we learned through last episode that we did this, and so far this one, they know how to make an ageable beer.
They know how to bottle their beer.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be.
So yeah, why don't you see more themed like licensing?
It's got to be cost, right?
Because I'm sure the licensing probably isn't cheap.
Think about it, you'd have to pay for the license.
But at the same point, like, it's a kind of, scratch each other's back, though, because if you're pumping out product that people are searching and buying, it's helping perpetuate the brand.
I mean,
and you're getting money for them to take
The
the license.
margins are so small in the craft beer world
All right, touche.
that also paying for a license, there goes your profit margin.
Who if
Or
I-
you're charging out the ass.
I mean, but if I made a bottle like this, and obviously you want to cork it or whatnot, so that way you keep the freshness as much as you can. And I charged you $35 for a bottle like this, but
Not
had,
a chance in hell would I buy
a
it.
Stranger Things up,
So
some type of, Demogorgon beer or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Street Side does a Demogorgon every year. I mean, I guess speaking of that.
I'm sitting here thinking the
First
last
one was really good. You didn't get that one. You didn't get the original.
What's another theme beer that I can remember? And it's the NFL teams. How every NFL team had a craft beer made for them. For the Browns and the Colts, it was Platform that made those beers, so none of us drank it.
Oh, they did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was terrible.
Yeah, but the NFL had craft beers for every team.
I never heard about that.
they
Platform's
have,
not even around
there's
anymore, are they?
there's a place in Miami that sells Miami Dolphin
So-
logoed beer.
And a lot of colleges will have a beer for their college, but the NFL would be the last theme one. Can you imagine doing all 32 of those?
Yeah, that'd be good money.
I don't think we'd get our hands on all 32 of those. They don't even make them anymore.
No.
Well,
And I'm
Bud
not
Light
gonna-
makes them now. You get Bud Light.
Probably do.
So this brewery
All right.
makes
Again, this beer is
Born
the
and
Three-Eyed
raised.
Raven.
Visa,
This is a
Sir
dark Saison ale, 7.2%.
So they make the Miami Dolphin kind of themed beer.
From the darkness, I watch you, all of your lives, with 1,000 eyes and one. Abiding in the shadows of this dark Saison
Smells like
life,
something.
beguiling and entrancing aromas and flavors, girded by crisp, lasting herbal hop notes and a yeasty, spicy finish.
I'd say that it's.
That's a lot of song and dance right there.
We were talking about the yeast in saisons, and normally, oftentimes in saisons, they're wild yeast, so you might get a little bit of funk in it.
Oh, Russell says for theme beers, Steel and Husqvarna had craft beers made for them at the Equipment Expo this year.
Nice. Oh, they had the John Deere beer from was it Bush, right?
Too much.
I mean,
Overcorrected.
People's Brewing in Lafayette does the Purdue beers, which are not good.
Yeah,
But that's not necessarily.
like this.
Yeah, there's a running series of themed beers.
I mean, they have 2 Purdue beers,
I mean, but like, hey, Purdue.
Boiler Gold and Boiler
I
Black.
was gonna say black and gold.
Also, Twin Peaks has their beer. Like,
I mean, I guess that's the theme, but that's more of a chain.
yeah, they got.
You got 2.
What is it? Bombshell Blonde or something like that.
And
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
they got another that's like supposed to be like brunette or something, too.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they have 2.
I just
So
get,
pinup is their theme.
I just get whatever's
Yes.
cheap.
But, yeah, those are not $2.50 for 22 ounces like the PBRs.
I get
But
whatever's
yeah,
cheap.
so you got big shows like Stranger Things, and that have just very big cult followings. Like
Really
even Marvel's a little Disney, so you can't do anything like that.
Kind of shocked
but
Rick and Morty didn't do.
Rick and Morty.
You know that's coming.
Cartoon.
As soon as their demographic skews 21 and over,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is.
there's a lot of young people who watch Rick and Morty.
yeah.
I bet a lot more over 21 watch Rick and Morty.
I'd like to see those numbers.
Because I'm sure it really pans well into, having your situation altered.
Yeah.
All the French Star Wars would be a great.
Well, I think
You know what? We're going to start our own theme beers.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna pay for that licensing?
No.
I'll
We're gonna
just do
make our own
short
things.
runs. Just do short runs. Cease and desist. Tough shit. I'm moving on to the next one.
I don't even make beer. I just made the label. I sold a t-shirt. That's it.
Thanger Trangs.
Oh, God.
I didn't think way too hard.
So-
on that.
Back to the beer. We're gonna rope back
Tanger
into. Hey,
hangs.
we're gonna rope back into this beer, especially since we're not even on Game of Thrones anymore. There is another spiciness level to this, which doesn't surprise me with the type of beer and yeast that it is. Nice malt backbone, surprisingly.
It's got a spice and malt and
The smell. The smell.
it's kind of.
It's got a better malt backbone than I expected, really. I expected some of that sweetness from the malt to be gone.
I mean, it's got some head on it. Good job. Keeping some carbonation.
See, it's funny. I like this beer more than the last one. By far. Like, not even close. John's over here like, meh.
Well, speaking of liking beers or not, Russ says, yeah, that John Deere was another one, but Steele and Huska, Verna were the only ones, or the only brews. He says he was not impressed with either.
Shocker.
And,
I feel like if a brewery's making a Husqvarna beer, that beer's probably not that good.
And, well, they haven't made for that. I don't think they're making it in the shop. But Bunny, Mouthfeel Davis is on as well. It's not just Carrie watching.
Oh shit, Mouthfeel's watching.
And says, speaking of theme beers, we brought back the La Perfecta from Veza Sur Brewing. 22-ounce strong golden ale
Oh, damn.
with champagne yeast created to tribute the 50th anniversary, Chris Ream, of... Any thoughts here?
The Miami Dolphins.
Perfect season. Limited to 347 bottles, representing 347 wins for the season.
So you're going to bring that?
That-
That's not right.
yeah, she said, that's what's typed here. I'm just reading, but...
Don't maybe
No,
touchdowns
Don
in the season?
Shula had 323 or 27 wins as the most winningest coach of all time in the NFL. So that's where that number comes
I was
from.
like, it's not. They didn't win 300 plus games in 8.
Not
Yeah, I-
17.
I just was reading. Okay, I was actually doing good reading for
17
once.
and
No, Matt, you're the messenger. We're gonna kill you.
Yeah. You shall die. But that's the. I was just showing John this because that's.
So anyway, back to this though.
Back to the beer we're drinking.
This is
I don't know what to rate this.
this is interesting. I'm not upset with it at all. Nice little bitterness to it too. I again, I like this one better than I like the last one. John, you're first.
There's something
Yeah, I mean,
strange.
once again, it's I'm not a saison fan anyway, but I mean it's drinkable. I'll give it a 2.
Jeez, guy.
What? 2 to 3. He literally at the beginning of the show says, "Hey, 2 to 3 is very drinkable still."
Reem.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like it as much as I like the last one because there's just something funky about it.
A little less Coors Lighty.
Yeah.
That's a saison in it.
Yeah, that's the saison in it. So I'll give it a 2.75, 2.5. I don't know.
So we have a 2 from John, 2.75 from Reem, and I'm giving it a 3.
I'm sure
So it's gonna be 2.5.
2.75. But It'll check it.
Russell says, off screen, they stole your literacy moment. I'll be reading good.
It's 2.5.
But I definitely would.
Yeah, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, he'll tell you to shove that mic up your ass.
He'd be like,
No, there was no question mark to it. You can ask John. It was a very pointed statement. There was no hiding behind it.
No, he was.
I wasn't
I
trying to be
appreciate the Key
quiet.
and Peele reference, Reem.
I wasn't trying to hide behind it. I wasn't trying to be soft and quiet. No, that was very much a. I'm telling you where to fucking go with this thing.
I told her, I was like,
Oh, no, you did it.
no, you did. Yes, I did.
It's break time.
It definitely is.
On that note,
Thanks, guys. We'll be right back. We're going to take a 3 to 5 minute break. We got 3 more beers to go. Possibly we'll add a really good beer at the end if it continues being just meh. We'll see how it goes. We're not drinking all of them. So, you know, we got. So we'll talk to you guys later. We'll be right back. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
A dog being killed.
Our guest today.
Cream 430.
And behind the mic, the one, the only.
off screen, Matt.
We'll be right back.
John and off-screen man, bushy beards and awesome hats. Oh yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh yes, they are two bearded guys.
We're live.
So no, we're how many?
Two Beerded Guys?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Welcome back to the second part of this show.
I also have a beard.
I'm TBG_Ops guy. This is Cream 430. This is Mudhog. That guy's off screen.
Thank God.
Make sure you check out our sponsors on the right side of your screen and on CanCam. Great people. They take care of us. Plus, and not all our sponsors. Tarnished Hollow's on there as a friend of the show and helped make our really cool shirts that we're still selling. You can find them on Instagram. DM us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will let you know how much it's going to cost to ship if needed. Or if you're local, we'll just fucking bring it to you. We don't give a shit. We'll meet up for a beer. It's fine. Yeah, it's a good time. We're actually almost out of them. We do still have a few sizes left.
Couple.
But yeah, get a hold of us. They're cool shirts. They're comfortable.
You're gonna go through. Yeah, that's after show business.
Even
figure out.
Even Chris's girlfriend bought one. You know,
She did.
She did. Yeah.
Take her.
Laura's a badass. What can I say?
Badass.
But
Speaking
was-
of sponsors, Pete Ferrar's jumped on.
Ugly
Water Performance
Pete.
Technology says, hell yes.
Ugly Pete Water, aka Water Performance Technologies LLC, the best water in the beer game.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
It actually is.
Yeah.
It's a crucial ingredient to beer, I'm told.
Now you can still fuck it up like a certain brewery sometimes, but that was just for you, Pete. But no, actually, Bad Dad I think is now using them. Pete's starting to spread out. Plus, he's doing like 15 other jobs.
And plus,
Does that man ever not work? By the way,
He does, yeah, he
his,
gets
vac-
around.
stays busy. He gets around.
his vacations are working.
Yeah, they really are actually. He went
to Florida
He's probably
for
on the
work.
board on different things where he has to travel.
Oh yeah, motherfucker's always doing shit.
I mean, that's kind of the best way, because like, you were talking about write-offs earlier, so you can write off your vacation because it's a work trip.
Nah, it checks out. Hey, and let me know if you found
he just
some
wise beyond
oysters.
his years.
Let us know if you found those oysters yet.
He'll show you some oysters.
Okay,
What?
you're gonna show me some oysters.
Oh, I was doing something else. Sorry.
Are they in your downstairs?
No.
No, not his. No.
Oh, look at that. Pete says vacation work is fun.
They are. We vacation worked in
No,
Denver.
he honestly did crack me up though, because his family took a vacation the week after he took a work vacation, and he literally was like, "I want to go down like a couple days before my family for every vacation from now on. Do whatever I want for 2 or 3 days, and then they come down and we do the family stuff."
That makes sense.
He's like, "This is officially the only way I'll
He
travel."
is a goddamn genius. He is.
That's pretty much what I thought when he told me as well. Pete's a good man. Check him out. And I'm not just saying you ladies. Next beer is the Game of Thrones.
Words are hard.
The Game of Thrones. Valor.
Morgullis.
Nope.
No. Doe Harris.
Thank you. This is when the words Valor Morgullis are directed at you, there is but one correct response. Speak clearly and serve up Valor.
Doe Harris.
Thank you. With aromas and flavors of honeyed sweetness balanced against mild bitterness and a rich full malt body. This is the Belgian style triple at 9%.
I thought the response was going to be...
Wow. The one time you used
We're not
that.
sending a raven.
But look what we
I
did.
thought the response was... All right, we're good.
Did he get lucky or did he actually use it correctly?
I think you got that one pretty good.
Yeah.
Although,
Sounds good.
again, caca, we don't really know how to use it correctly. It's just, caca.
That one kind of works.
That did work really
When you're
well.
looking for somebody in a movie theater. And they go, "Caw."
He's always the guinea pig. Is he going to die?
I mean, they're all probably going to be dead.
Brave words.
We're getting a reasonable pour, so it must be at least drinkable.
Oh, yeah.
And at least drinkable is a minimum too. We've established this.
Oh, no, if it's above a 1, I'm pouring a heavy pour.
Oh shit.
Because if I have to be tortured, so do you.
Dream likes being tortured, evidently.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Might be a few dungeons we could tell you about.
You got a few dungeons that we can plunder.
John might know a place.
Pete, we're going to have to get you back on the show again
Is it,
soon.
is it in your downstairs?
I don't see these.
Stop
That's
it.
clearly wrong.
It smells
Might be
like
kind of into a dungeon.
I love when my friends are telling me they're working and then it's like a picture of like our show. It's like, yeah, I'm at work working, and then it'll be this. That always makes me happy.
No.
For a Belgian style triple, this is
Belgian style triple.
yeah. I feel like it's kind of
It's pretty good.
not mad at it.
This dungeon style triple is pretty solid.
Ooh, that costs extra.
Good thing I'm drinking it downstairs.
Thank God there wasn't a dungeon down here.
Pete says make sure to take all the Florida beer from his house on Saturday. John, write that down.
Oh yeah, I forgot that is at your house.
We're all three gonna be, all four gonna be there, right?
Are you going to bourbon?
I do believe so.
So yes, you guys remember this.
One of us remember to grab the beer.
All right.
Pete, remind us to grab the beer.
What's funny is all 4 of us would forget.
He put it right back on Pete.
He would literally be like, motherfuckers. All 4 of you were here and you forgot it.
That makes sense.
I'm excited for that. For those of you who don't know, we'll have stories from our bourbon cash out party / chili cook-off / oyster cook / fucking good time.
Do we have like 68 people coming now, Pete? I know you invited like 120.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love Pete.
Yeah, we had
so
like
I need to make a big batch of chili.
we had like 13 people originally, and then he like quadrupled the list.
I was like, wasn't it originally just a small group?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love you, Pete. This is going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time. Oh, it's going to be a shit show.
What isn't with us?
Fair point. I
I
kind of like
promise
this.
Pete not to tell anyone to shove a microphone up their ass at your house.
Don't
Unless
promises
they're being
you
an
can't
asshole,
keep.
there's a microphone.
Yeah, that's very true.
They both
Can't
got a
promise
point.
that.
Yeah, I can't promise that. It was the first time I'd ever told someone to do
There's a 1% chance that anywhere you go, there's going to be a microphone.
it. It was so goddamn.
May not being used, but it's probably around.
There's
The best
It might
and
be
there's,
up there already. I don't
there's a
know.
99% chance there's going to be an ass around.
The best part is the look
With
up,
the people who's going to be there, that's 100%.
the lead up to that is still my favorite because you and Savage are both like, it's fine, just cool off, it's fine. It's no, fuck that. John and Savage were trying so hard to keep me calm.
It was a very douchebag move on his part. Like, we were there doing our thing, and we literally spoke about using their microphone. We're like, no, we'll use our own. I don't want to be as loud as yours, but we'll be in our area.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Why was there so many people wanting to talk?
Well, there wasn't supposed to be. He just got jealous.
Oh.
Like we even asked I asked the Foley people at one point. I'm like, so was he supposed to? He's like, no, we don't know why the fuck he was doing that.
Was he trying to talk out the one by the other route? Like, I think that
He just kept walking around and talking. He kept doing all sorts of shit.
the other speakers should have been out more. I don't know.
He just,
Because there was the speakers right here, and it was like right on the other side of the cage. I was blasting
Oh,
dance
yeah.
music, and then you guys were trying to talk, and then over the dance music.
Yeah, we know. And they kept turning up the volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept turning up the volume. That was fun.
After he got told to shove the mic up his ass, the volume definitely went up.
Oh, it did.
I'll show you.
As you should.
He's lucky I was in the middle of announcing. Tyler might have got a little rowdy otherwise.
It's all those fruited beers getting in your system.
No, it was that.
little...
I blame Black Dog. that almond joy stout got in me, and I got feisty, dude.
Let's talk real quick. Beer of the night for Fall Fest.
And very simple. It's Black Dog's almond joy stout.
Goddamn delicious.
It's
Yeah.
not called the Almond Joy Stout, but
I
it's
didn't have
what it
that
fucking
one.
tastes
I
like.
didn't have that one.
It was.
It was absurd. It was so good.
Yep.
Even Matt, who hates coconut, liked it.
Yeah,
wow.
I would have to.
Matt actually high-fived the guy before he even realized what was in it. He liked it so much.
Wow.
And I'm like, isn't there coconut in this? And the guy goes, yes. And I go, did you hear that, Matt?
It went very similar, if not exact, to what Tyler just did.
And then the second, my number 2 beer of the night was Russian Rivers. Or not
Hog
Russian.
Molly's.
Hog Molly's Russian Imperial. Said it
Yeah.
backwards.
Yep.
They're Russian
Yeah,
Imperial
I'm
by
with
Hog
that.
Molly.
I'm with you right there. That was number 1, number 2.
And it's could have almost been 1A, 1B. Like, those
Yeah.
were both fucking good.
That was a delicious beer, 10%.
Yep.
Yeah,
Killed it.
Hog Molly makes damn good beer though. They had a lemon IPA
Pretty
that was
solid.
fucking drinkable as shit.
Yeah.
Solid beer.
Like I had a beer
Where are
from
they located at?
Columbus,
Ohio?
Indiana,
Cincy or Indy.
very close to like the Edinburgh Mall area.
Oh, okay, cool.
But how fucking embarrassing is it for the football themed brewery to lose the following event?
It was
He's
amazing.
literally throwing a football.
Who's the football
And those
team?
Hog
guys
Molly.
played in
Hog Molly.
college.
All their beer names, like actual beer names, are football names. Everything. It is a football themed beer brewery. Like both those guys played college football,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and then they lost the Fulling
Oh, wow.
in the second round.
To Wooden Bear, right?
No, they lost to Sun,
Sun
King.
King, who then lost to Wooden Bear.
Yeah.
Wooden Bear is pretty good.
But it was funny as hell. They lost in the second round, and we enjoyed every fucking second of that. They came up to us like, "You were rooting against us, weren't you?" And I'm like, "Actually, technically, we were rooting for you."
We
But
show
we
our love
also
really weird.
enjoyed the fact that the football themed brewery lost. It gave us a lot of ammunition.
Have you guys ever been to Wooden Bear?
I
Yes.
have, yeah. I used to live not far from it.
Yeah, so it's a Greenfield, right? So
They had the Tyler look like.
they have some really
He remembers.
They have obscure animal races. So they'll have turtle races for Halloween. They had a hissing cockroach race.
Ugh.
So it's pretty interesting what they got going on out there. And they serve Greek's pizza at their brewery.
Greek
Not the
pizza
one in
is
Greenfield.
delicious.
Huh?
Not the one in Greenfield.
Definitely the one in Greenfield.
They do not. I've
Maybe
eaten
now
there
they do.
many times.
When's the last time?
Yeah.
All right, that is
Tyler.
Tyler.
that is 2019. So I guess they might now. But
Well, I was there like 2 weeks ago. So.
they had their own food back. Like they had their own food when I used to. Go.
Yeah, so speaking of Laura, that's where she lives. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, we frequent that.
She lives at the
place.
brewery?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Shit, I
That's
take
perk.
back everything I said then, man. You know more.
Oh wow, does look like Tyler.
That's creepy.
Probably nicer.
That is a lot of bourbon, by the way.
Probably nicer.
Not as abrasive. This
That is
guy.
a lot of bourbon.
Pete sent me a
But
picture
yeah,
of
so
bourbon.
it's a
I
pretty
would
cool,
send it to you so
pretty
you
cool
could see
spot
it,
in there.
But I can't.
So they've done well.
We've gone way far away from this beer.
Yeah, no, I gave up on trying to.
Rope you guys back in?
Yeah.
Which is, for me, probably, I mean, this is probably my favorite of them so far.
Really, I think the more I drink it, the less I like it.
It's watered down
I didn't
booze.
say it's great.
Like there's a little booze flavor.
I did say my favorite of the three.
There's none of the sweetness that most triples really
There's
have.
like, yeah, there's like a spice somewhere.
Well, the spice is
Spice is
Belgian,
there, yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's I get like booze and I get water.
I get
Yeah.
a hint of bubble gum.
I get booze and I get water.
Yeah, I get that. I'd give it like 2.5. It's not my favorite of the three so far, so I gotta base it off the.
Ooh, Pete Farrar, not a fan of Wooden Bear.
I like the people of Wooden Bear. The beer is always meh. I'm giving this a 1.75.
We are across the board in this one. I'll go with 275.
So what's the average, John? Mostly because I don't remember what the fuck Reem said. I think 2.5. But
2.5. Don't make me shove that mic up.
You
your
said
ass.
175?
yeah,
So that's a 2.25.
I feel a little feisty at the moment. All right.
Called that a boom mic.
God damn it.
Like I said,
I'm mad I laughed
I was feeling a little feisty when that went down. Okay.
I appreciate you.
He pissed me off.
Well, as you should.
He tried to talk over us multiple other times, and I'd let it slide. That time when we'd specifically been asked to do something.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And I was in the middle of a really good promo, damn it.
You were.
Even the breweries were getting excited.
What you gonna do, brother?
Oh, it was. I was going full WWE. I was
Yeah.
having a blast. I never get to do shit like that. Like, Well, fucking cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
That most people aren't dumb enough to give me a microphone.
Yeah,
So
Only John.
I was in charge of that. God damn it. I gave him and Savage a microphone.
that was brave. I noticed how you gave her the one that wasn't very loud.
You keep saying that, but I think it was just loud as the other. She just wasn't speaking into it.
Oh, okay.
And you're way louder than she is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am not a loud person.
Right, very true.
All right, the next beer. Still
Oh,
my...
this game of lies.
Hey, still my... hey, did you know this one's also my Alma Gang?
Actually, before we do,
No.
the creepiest moment in House of Dragons.
John's got one of the
Is that
ready.
the question?
You want me to? Yeah. Well,
Okay. Give us
the
yours.
foot fetish.
Yeah, now I forgot about that scene. I put that out of my
I
mind.
forgot all
That
about
that was pretty creepy.
You know what? There's nothing that tops that.
That was going on back then.
the handicapped.
Yeah, the dude with the drop foot that
Yeah.
straight
It's
up
just like
jerks it to her feet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that could have been left out. That could have been left out.
she took off her socks.
Like, as she's asking him questions, you can see, like, all right, I got to take one
She's
more
like,
thing off.
God damn it, here we go again.
That
yeah, she's like, what
wasn't
about-
necessary. I didn't need
What,
that.
what did you see in the woods? And
I'm
she
fa-
took her sock off.
I'm fairly certain I put that
You
out of
know-
my mind.
You know the cost. Shit, let me take my socks off.
It's
He's
so
just
fucking
sitting there under his
weird.
little robe and he's
Oh.
like,
Damn it, you two.
Yeah.
Look at that. Eric says, first the beer, now the mic. We've got a real strong keystering vibe going on tonight.
yeah, princess.
Hey, you're the one that brought up the beer. All right. So we have Game of
You're my
Thrones,
queen.
Valor Morghulis, Double Ale. This is the 8%. When confronted with the most feared saying in High Valyrian,
Or evidently a very sexy foot. One or the other.
Queen's feet.
take a
New
sip
category on
and
Pornhub.
choose your words wisely. For all men must die, and all men must serve. Enjoy rich aromas of caramel, ripe fruit, deep flavors of malty sweetness, and fruity esters.
Was that Queen Esther?
Woohoo!
I love HBO and I love
You know what?
Game of Thrones, House of Dragons.
We're just pouring this one.
Wow, this.
We're just going for this one.
All right, all right.
This is going to be the one.
That'd be funny as shit.
We're down to 2 left. Tyler
That's
says,
funny. This
"Fuck
is
on
my
one."
most anticipated, and when you read it, I was like, "That sounds really good."
It does sound, yeah, that did sound promising.
So now it is my most anticipated.
No, what, now there's only 2 left?
I didn't know what it was.
Because that was the one you picked. Okay, and I'm
Yeah.
with
Looks something. Ooh, it smells boozy.
It does. That smells really rich, almost barley wine rich.
you. Ooh, that's,
Which makes sense from a double. I mean, you're going to have a richness, usually from dark fruit.
it does smell pretty good.
Clear, nice, beautiful red color.
No.
Flavor's not as rich as the nose.
That is very true.
None of the flavors in this tonight has been.
Well, in all fairness, they're very old beers.
They're very old. This is the
This is the oldest one,
2014.
or 14. This is the oldest one we have today. isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think so. This is 8 years
2014.
old. But honestly, like, it's pleasant. Yeah, the flavors have dropped.
It's water.
But it's pleasant.
It's water.
Okay, so the mouth fills with water, but whatever.
Ooh, that was a mouthfeel right there. In case Bunny's
I
still
mean,
watching.
almost all the mouthfeels have been water, but
It's
Yeah.
it's a
this
goddamn
one also
shame.
just kind of tastes like it.
The one time in the first while we've got confirmation Bunny was watching. We can't really.
Well, yeah, what's the mouthfeel comment going to be every fucking time? This mouth feels water. This
Watery.
mouth feels water. This mouth feels watery.
Watery.
And yes, I threw in a
Mouthfeel
shit ton.
water.
of
I'm about to
mouthfeels.
say, well, at least we're making up some lost ground here.
No, I didn't do that on purpose.
Like, really, the first 2 beers, we could talk about mouthfeel, because the mouthfeel on the...
The Pliny was very
Pliny.
bright and effervescent, but yet
But not
not
pillowy.
bubbly.
Not
yeah.
a pillowy mouthfeel.
No, just
And then,
bright.
of course, the mouthfeel on the Hoosier
Kind of a thicker, soft.
mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellently
Are you
done,
happy
guys.
now?
As Buddy
I
goes
am.
from sober to drunk in a 30-second span. She just starts taking shots. Just
I was entertained at the thought of all the drinks Bunny's gonna owe.
She's cussing you out right now.
I didn't do anything. You guys did all the mouth feeling.
you brought it up. He's so proud of himself.
Now I'm just impressed at how many you dropped right there.
By the way, guys, make sure you check out Two Beerded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews tonight, which we did not update the sign for the first time in a very long time.
It wasn't updated last week.
There's also hardly any
but that
dialogue.
made sense last week.
Yeah.
But we have Prey. I'm kind of excited.
I'm praying for nothing, but
The most recent
The
Predator
biblical
film.
drama?
Oh,
The most recent
I watched the wrong
Predator
movie.
film.
not the Mike Pence
No.
biopic.
Hey.
Pray.
I can tell you right now, would not have watched that.
No.
But very excited to talk about it. I'm very thrilled in this film for how there's not a ton of dialogue, but enough.
And you can tell, like, it's not a big budget blockbuster.
Right.
But it felt like it at times. There were
There's-
certain scenes that really made you feel like, damn,
There's a conversation I'm going to put a pin in right there,
Yeah,
John,
good
and
job.
see if we
Good
remember.
job. Good job.
I am so excited to talk about it. And so make sure you check it out again. Two Beerded Guys
never
Drunken
seen
Movie
it.
Reviews.
I want to see it.
Wherever you listen to your podcasts, and preferably hop on Spotify, download a few of them, listen to a few of them, and then rate us.
Gotta check, see if it'll let me rate it now.
It really doesn't like John.
Well-
It's kind of funny.
So I don't want to get too far in it because I know you have a review. So it's like Indians, right? Like
Yes, it's
Comanches.
Comanches.
It's
yeah.
based in 1719.
Yeah, which I thought it was going to
So-
be late 1800s, so I like the 1790s
So
aspect.
to get it off the movie, like this opens it up for Predator, like pirates.
Oh,
And
technically,
Predator,
by doing-
medieval knights.
oh yeah, by doing
This
what?
isn't Assassin's Creed, Reem. Calm
don't
down,
know.
But
buddy.
it kind of could be, though. I get where he's coming
like,
from with that.
What do you? How many times you're gonna put a Predator in a jungle and him fend off machine guns? Like,
Which is
let's see.
It was the best one.
Let's see a water predator like take on a ship full of people and muskets and cannons.
like
Hey.
the whole point is they're always challenging. Like that's the whole point. They come down to take on the strongest.
Yeah.
Each era has a different version of its strongest.
Right. Samurai predators.
That would be fun. I want to see Samurai take on Predator.
God damn it, Reem. He just keeps talking and eventually he hits gold. Like,
The pirate one, I was like,
Shit,
all right,
yeah,
that's
no,
kind of weird because it's
jumping-
a ship.
jumping the
But,
shark,
like,
but,
as soon as like he said Samurai, fuck,
Samurai
or medieval knights.
Predator.
Can you imagine
Bro,
like the
the
medieval
predator,
knights? Like,
his braids are in like a samurai bun, and he's coming after these bros.
that actually kind of works based on you haven't seen this one, but yet he has kind of a
Yeah.
damn it, no fuck,
Also,
damn it,
I just want
you
to say,
nailed that, you nailed that.
you've been berating me for like a solid year and a half for not rating the show and not listening to the
Is this
show.
still not letting you?
It let me this time.
Oh, that's not.
And it says, thanks for being one of the first listeners to rate.
Yeah, we need more. That's the point. But it was stupid that someone who
People, rate it.
yeah, we need more. We need more. And you're not one of the first. There's at least 10 other people because I've watched them do it.
And
Made 'em.
I had one play in full, and now I can rate it. So you just got to listen to one.
You don't even have to listen in full, I don't think, technically.
I don't know. I didn't listen. I just let it
You
play.
got to download and like let it play for a while. But
and then read it.
yeah,
That's what I did.
because they basically are like, you're not just rating this shit because someone told you to.
Civil War Predator. Mel Gibson back from the dead in The Patriot.
But that was the Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War.
There we go.
at least it's Silver War.
He's the silver.
I'm like, what, like the miners?
That
They
was,
got put
that
in
was
the fight?
after the Bronze War, but before the Gold.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Predator in a
Isn't it
cave
Predator
fighting
and Jesus?
prospectors? Yeah. Like,
It's literally Predator versus Jesus. That was his first miracle.
all right. That one's so dumb that could work. I mean,
He's like,
I might sign up for that one.
I was sent down by God and this Virgin Mary to
Actually,
take on the
that's
strongest
the story
person of the world.
No, that's the real story of David.
Predator.
real
That is
story of
actually
No,
the king.
no, it's the real
of
story
Egypt.
of David versus Goliath. Goliath's the predator.
Predators, here, movie. Predator's king of Egypt right at this moment, right? And he's the first predator that's ever been, right? So he's conquered all of the land.
Well, yeah, because he had to build the
Jesus
pyramids.
is born of a virgin, right? And he's brought to this world just to take on the predator to restore peace and balance of the world.
Big
Oh,
goddamn
Jesus.
makes sense.
That's so fucked up, and I love it. I want that to be a thing. Can you imagine the church's outcry? Oh my God, the Catholic Church would have a fucking fucking heart
I don't know
attack.
whether we should contact Josh Hall or contact Kevin Smith for this. Like
Both.
Yeah.
See who wants the script more.
Oh my God.
And we're letting Chris write it.
Yes.
Most of Kevin Smith's movies lately, I'm like,
But he's all about pissing off the
Big
church,
fight
though.
scene.
Fair enough.
Predator resurrects the pyramids to try to leave, but Jesus brings the holy power. Boom. Predator dead. End of the movie.
He lost me at the end. I liked it up until then.
so does beer, huh?
We'll rework the ending.
Did you just throw in like Stargate into all that?
Yeah.
You did, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
We'll rework the ending. Anyway, back to
Just
Fowler
trying to figure it out.
Morgulis.
This is snowballing right there.
Do you go first in this one?
I do, yeah. This fucking show. Oh, God.
See? You guys are missing out not having me on here.
A little dabble
Let
do
me
you,
big
Reed.
gulp it real quick. I do get a little bit more malt in the big gulp. It's not quite as watery. It's okay. I'm going to give it a 2.25. Drinkable, but yet the flavor's very lacking. Actually, yeah, we have a sour coming next. Go ahead.
Out of the beers we've had, and honestly, yeah, all these beers are going to be a 2 to 3 at this point for the most part.
Which is funny, because last time...
Yeah, they
There.
With at the same time, though, like, I'm not mad at it. This is probably my favorite of them so far. And honestly, this is probably the one that, out of as old as they are, this probably held its truest form to its style. I mean, you can't say the wheat beer. That was a lager.
Saison held its true to form, which is why
Sure,
Reed didn't
sure,
like it.
sure.
Sure. It
I
still
also
had-
just
it
don't like
still had
saisons.
that, yeah, it still
So
had
I'm
that
going to give
in
this one a 3. I think this is an average stripper.
This night is hilarious. I'm so happy.
it. Give it a 2.5.
People are at the point now where they're anybody still watching. It's just like, what is wrong with these motherfuckers?
They're like, we're not watching for the beer tonight. We're watching to see where this derailment takes us.
My friend literally just texted me. Every time I have to step away, I come back and you guys are on some rant, and I'm confused as fuck.
I mean, we got Predator Jesus and
Samurai Predator is still the one I want.
that one. That one's the best idea.
Although Knights Templar versus the Predator would be pretty damn good too.
I'd watch that.
All right, so what did this average out to, by the way?
That's probably a 2.5.
Because I said 2.25, you said 3. What did you say?
2.5.
Yeah, it's probably 2.5.
Yeah, that's 2.5.
That checks out.
I just didn't remember what he said, to be honest.
I don't really care enough to do the math, so yeah, 2.5 sounds good.
Close enough.
I have to unlock my phone
For this,
again.
for this 8-year-old
Touch a
beer
fuck
that
if you
nobody will be
No,
able
yeah,
to
no,
find.
yeah. If you find this beer,
Pass it.
yeah, don't buy it.
I'll
It's,
give you $5.
I don't know, it'd be kind of
This
worth
is-
$5.
honestly, it's probably
Send your
if you
Venmo.
find it on a dollar clearance shelf. All right.
no-
Even a
way.
$5 shell. I think
There's
it'd be worth
no-
$5.
There's no
There's
way
a
these-
couple. No,
The
there's
booze
These
is high enough.
beers are floating out around there.
You'd be shocked.
Really?
we found some JW Lees that are like 20 years old too.
Dude, greatest find I'd ever found, though. Wasn't the best beer we've ever had, but it was a damn good beer, and for the price and for the year, oh.
This is weird. So it's not a cork.
No, we had one last time, I think, that wasn't a cork either.
Yeah, I think it was.
I'm getting a little scared because it's the one I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
I kept waiting for it to go. Boom.
It's gonna get the notebook where you keep all your notes as a buffer so underneath of it.
You know what? It doesn't end up on my lap. The notes will survive. We figured that out through the other notebooks in the past.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They eventually dry out.
There's a multicolored notepad. There's no doubt.
This one has less colors than the fucking
Look at the
What's my
color
last
on that.
one,
It looks
Matt?
really
Color's
nice.
pretty.
My other
Amber
notebook?
color
Gatsby?
without being too
Yeah,
red.
my Great Gatsby notebook. That one had so many spills. Yeah, we're finishing this one, by the way.
What kind of beer is this?
Sour. We'll talk about it in a
Jesus.
second.
Yeah, that's,
golden?
that's the one he saves for the last, and the one we're gonna finish is the sour.
Oh, we got to finish at least one of them.
Aye, aye.
All right. So this
How
is
does it look?
the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms Sour Blonde Ale,
Sometimes it makes me
6.4%. A beer for
scares
Cersei,
you?
who reminds us that everyone who isn't us is an enemy. An exquisite blend of sour ale and Belgian-style blonde ale. See, she had it right. He wasn't one of us. He was the enemy. I told him to shove the mic up his ass.
Okay.
As the war for the Seven Kingdoms rages to a climax, Amagang presents the Royal Reserve Collection. This collection of 4 exclusive and extremely limited release ales, available in 2018, is brewed
It's only 4 years old. It's the freshest.
as an homage to the 4 epic figures still standing against the annihilation of mankind. Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, a beer for Cersei, is an exquisite blend of sour ale and Belgian-style blonde. It pours a pale golden hue with a brilliant white head, accurate, actually,
Yep.
while notes of citrus and melon meld with hints of apricot over a malty base. It's the second of the Royal Reserve series. Yeah, so here we go.
It doesn't smell terrible. Rim had a bad look there.
Johnny is just like,
Not as sour as I expected.
No, but it's got a tartness to it.
There's a little tartness, but it like
that's
fades.
the type of sour I like.
Slightly drier mouthfeel,
This one has aged the best of them. That's only 4 years old, but
which it's also a sour. So like realistically, what's it gonna do?
Exactly.
Become sour?
But you said a sour blended with a
Use
blonde ale as well. So
Well, it's a sour blonde.
okay. I just think like maybe they kind of cut it down somewhere. It wasn't. I don't know.
It's not as tart as I expected, but second gulp I had more tartness.
yeah, there's
It's almost like refreshingly tart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly drying without being like I need that where you're like sitting there because you know how some
lingering.
sours
Yeah.
you're like, fuck, I gotta have something to like I need a glass of water while I'm drinking this.
Yeah.
It's drying without being like that.
I'm enjoying this.
I'm actually pretty pleased with
Yeah.
this one.
Oh, we got Steph on too. Steph, Butt Pirate Steph says,
Butt
"Cheers,
Pirate?
boys."
Cheers.
Long time no see, Steph.
Yeah, she was also hanging out with us.
I
over
saw
the
Steph
weekend.
twice this weekend. It was fucking fun.
Oh yeah, because we saw Goonies too.
Yeah.
Steph's a fun lady.
When we Saturday when we walked up to the event, when she came in, it was great. She looks at me and goes, "Hey, long time no see." And I'm like, "Yeah, we went from not seeing each other for a very long time to twice in 2 days. Let's go."
I'm just
Then I
saying,
got
I
Tommy
heard
on.
you guys didn't make it to the Eagle, which is sad because it's
No, they went. They just couldn't get in.
I
Well,
know.
yeah, it was like a forever long wait. Then we went to the Burnside Inn,
I like the Burnside.
which
I've never been there.
it's pretty cool.
Doesn't
That's
have
where I
the
went
same
on
fried
Halloween,
chicken
wasn't
though.
No.
No. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, you were there
Yeah, but-
for Halloween.
Yeah, was that the Halloween one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
And
like the
then,
Burnside.
Then we went to Brookfield
Brookfield's cool too.
Tacos. That's all right.
They have
Bakersfield.
really, Brookfield.
Bakersfield.
I knew what you meant. They have really good margaritas.
Yeah, I just don't. Their tacos are.
Oh, I haven't ever eaten there. I've literally only had their
Margaritas.
margaritas.
Yeah, I think the tacos are kind of overhyped.
I've literally never had their tacos. I've had their guacamole, and I've had their margaritas.
Are you guys excited for Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever?
I'm hoping to
I'm
see it this
excited.
week. I'm pretty pumped, to be honest. It looks really fucking good.
Are you more excited for that or for Black Adam?
Oh, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda forever. Yeah.
Mostly because I've heard really bad reviews
Funny-
about Black
I
Adam.
have to.
Really?
Funny fact
Yeah.
about Matt is that he owns every Marvel movie except for Black Panther.
Racist. Wow.
It was just a more boring movie. It wasn't. As
Whoa. That movie is phenomenal.
He even owns the first Thor.
Well, the first one's not bad. It's the second one that's awful.
Oh,
Yeah, the second one was pretty okay.
The Dark
first
World?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
first
second
one
one's
really-
miserable.
The first one was bad. He had blonde eyebrows.
It's better than the Dark World. That shit was terrible.
He had dark eyebrows there.
I'm surprised Matt owns it.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was
You own every Marvel
Everyone
movie.
owns
but
it.
Black
Everyone
Panther.
Hey, I skipped on the Eternals too. That was a hard pass. Like,
what?
Eternals. Skipped that one. Kicked it to the curb.
So the most obscure. I like how he's trying to say the most obscure one. Oh, I also missed this one. The one most Marvel people are like, we don't even acknowledge exists.
well, which is way later in the.
I also
You have
enjoyed Eternals, but-
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Dude, that was Marvel's Kung Fu movie. That was awesome.
It's good, but Black Panther was better.
I'm going to head and I don't know. I'm going to back Stephanie's got my back here. She says Black Panther's a bad storyline.
You're a bad
Affection.
storyline. God, I have racist friends.
Friend.
I was counting Steph too. Because she was agreeing with him.
You know, I mean, it can just be a movie I didn't enjoy. It has nothing to do with the cast specifically.
Maybe it does though. That's why we're worried.
You know what? We're gonna have to do a movie review on Black Panther just so we can dive into Matt's.
Please, that'd be amazing. Man, I think it's a great movie. That is the one though that I saw. I think with these two and Kylie might have been a little bit young for that movie.
Which one?
Black Panther.
I don't think I watched it with you guys.
With these two, I watched it.
Yeah.
And
She probably was.
yeah, and she was just like, I got a little scared in that one. Okay,
There was
that's
some.
my bad.
There was
My
some.
bad.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Especially when it came out. I could see
she might
that.
have been 8 or 9.
Yeah. Dad of the year right there, folks.
I mean, we watched Ted when she was 2.
But I'm sure she's
Yeah,
watched
but
a
that's
lot
young
more.
enough she won't remember.
Yeah.
Except I won't let her forget. Oh,
I just
remember that time I
always-
watched the Teddy Bear movie?
I just always find that fun fact
She's
about
got a-
Matt very, very hilarious.
I love how Reem just threw Matt under the bus hardcore. And the way the best part is the way he framed it. Just
he did.
really like, hey, you want to make the most racist looking version of Matt? This is why. And the best part is with him with the mustache right now, he looks like every Midwest white dude like ever.
Got a windmill in his hat.
Just came from his bowling days.
In his Dodge truck.
His keystone in the fridge.
Camouflage keystone.
Guys, get this up. I'm going to go back to the farm.
Shit. Woo. Anyway, all right, guys, let's rope this back in. As much fun as this is.
Asses.
99% chance, the Dream said.
Thank God it's not a MAGA hat. So,
Oh man, I can't. This is so funny. Sorry, I'm not. I mean, when did Black Panther came out? And
now.
Every movie before then, and every movie after that, minus the Eternals, I guess. he owns on Blu-ray. He goes out and physically buys them for $20.
You just didn't think Black Panther worth $20?
I love how Reeves not. Why is that, John?
I might own this.
I tried to move on, and Reeves like,
fine.
no,
All right.
hold on.
It-
we're-
it's not done yet.
I'm done. All right.
If I don't own this, on principle, I'm going to go buy it.
The best part is, I think you do own it. I think it's on your Google list.
Yeah, I think I do.
All right.
John, for those of you that don't realize, John owns like 30 movies, and John owns it, but Matt doesn't.
It's one of my 30.
And Matt owns like hundreds.
Including
beer.
all the Marvels.
All right, back to beer.
Oh shit!
It's the best of the...
The Game of Thrones
beers.
beers. I love the flavor. I wish it was a little more tart, like if I was nitpicking.
Yeah.
But overall, I love the flavor. It still has those fruity notes it talked about. It still has that very nice mouthfeel, nice, great, beautiful white head the whole time. Good Lord. Oh, Matt probably likes it then. Sorry, I had to. It was perfect. The golden color of the beer, like that is a beautiful beer.
Jesus Christ! Oh shit!
It is the mass market commercial sour.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Oh, I'm sweating.
very.
It's so hard.
Oh damn, that was a stick.
Fuck.
Very pleased.
I go first.
Yeah, you do.
And I think it's a very drinkable, pleasant beer. I think it's above average sour. I'm going to go 3.5.
Good score. Good score.
Good for you.
Ray, what about you?
I think Cream needs a minute. Tell you.
What John said.
All right, that's a 3.5 average. Oh shit.
Wow. We have totally killed it.
Matt, what would you have given this?
It doesn't matter.
I'm sure he rated it better than Black Panther.
All right, guys.
I don't think Cream's gonna make it.
Beer of the night. Matt, kick us off.
I mean, there's really 2 beers in all these. Like,
Oh my
Piney?
god, crying.
Pliny? Younger? Elder? Whichever that was?
It's Elder. Yes.
Elder.
Yeah, probably that.
Shit.
Pliny. Absolutely.
Beer of the night.
Yes.
Pliny. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
What John said.
Pliny was exactly what we expected,
Yes.
and still beer of the night. Like
Yeah.
that's rare for a beer to match be what it was supposed to be, and still be beer of the night. That was phenomenal. Guys, thanks for watching this ridiculousness. Poor Matt just took a beating.
Totally.
That last
Kill
10
this
minutes
character.
just beat Matt. For those of you that don't know him, he is not racist.
He's a very nice guy.
That moment did not paint him in a good light, but he is not racist. He's buying Black Panther tomorrow, don't worry. And
not getting bullied into buying
he will
it.
see Wakanda Forever tomorrow as well. But anyway, I kind of feel bad. But I can't stop laughing either.
Neither can Reem.
That was a hell of a lot of fun. Reem,
That was live over there.
Reem, thanks again for being on the show. Thanks for donating all the Amagon
No problem.
for the 2 times we've done this. That has been a hell of a lot of fun. This one has highly scored.
No.
Now they got even older over the last year and a half. And we also cherry picked the
Nothing
first
was
time.
trash, though.
No, nothing was
Nothing
trash.
was trash.
Yeah, I would say, like, on the whole, like, surprisingly well, they did good for their age.
All the averages were 225 or higher.
Yeah.
225, 225, or 225, 25, 25, 275, 35. That's pretty damn solid considering.
The freshest beer is 4 years old.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Which is the one beer mint to age.
Yeah.
Being a sour.
That is kind of funny. So overall, it was a hell of a good night. Thank you guys for watching. I'm struggling. Make sure you check out the Drunken Movie Reviews hosted by Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Obviously, our drunken shenanigans.
Ain't that the truth? I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Mudog BNQ.
Our guest today.
Cream 430.
And behind the mic, the very not racist.
I want to clarify. Not racist.
Off screen, Matt.
Later.